What's up, boys? Dons? Curtis Dondino, and today we're going to be discussing the Louis Vuitton skate sneakers, right? Now, honestly, I wish I was blessed enough to get these, but upon first look at the website, like every single pair, every single size, every single color sold out. What I can say is I really do appreciate that Louis Vuitton sells out though, and let me just explain why really quickly before we even get into discussing the shoe. A lot of times nowadays, like, if you want to have your own personal style, it's so impossible because there's low-key enough for everybody. I mean, we all want the same shit anyway, right? But I always thought if brands would limit some of their items, not in the sense of people are going to go and resell them and then, you know, you got to pay thousands of dollars for it, but like, there's no need for a restock of something and then doing it in a million different colorways and then like dragging that silhouette out to the point of extinction where you don't even really want to wear it. And as much as people would probably like to disagree with me, my question for you is, how many of your shoes do you wear from 2018, 2015, 2013, especially if they are still like designer sneakers, or even if they, I mean, because you got some brands like Jordan or Nike, they can release the same thing for thousands of years. But I feel like with the LV Sk8 sneaker, I am kind of mad it's sold out though. Like, I really want to get into the shoe, right, and just talk about how smart they did the design. I think these dropped like back in December. I know they were from Virgil's, one of his last collections for Louis Vuitton. Rest in peace, Virgil. Rest in peace, Virgil. So they came in 4 different colorways, and I believe it was black, blue, a red, and like a tan. And my favorite would probably have to be the red or the tan. The blue are cool too. The black ones, I feel like they hide so much of the details. But the blue ones are super cool, right? Alright, so with the sneaker, you got these super large rope strings. I like that they went for a thick string, but they didn't try to figure out a way to like directly replicate what Lanvin has did in terms of the skate sneaker, you know what I'm saying? And then the materials on these are crazy. A lot of the skate sneakers from like the brand Diasporas are generally, oh hold up, that's why my lighting off. Hold up. Okay, so what was I saying? I don't remember. But a lot of the skate shoes across like all the different brands, they got like materials that, in my opinion, if you even were to think about skating them, they wouldn't last at all. But even though we know these aren't for skating theoretically, but my point is just that I like that they chose like leathers and some type of mesh. It looks like, oh my god, look, I got the Jordan 4 mesh on there. You could tell Virgil always just pulls from like probably his favorite childhood shoes like Jordans and stuff. Because even like the what's the year on the back? I think they say 1984. Whatever the case is, you could tell that they pull on that a lot. So the 1954 logo that's on the back is very reminiscent of, in my opinion, the Jordan 4s and like just kind of how that back tab looks. So by the way, these shoes are double laced as well. Like if you look kind of like under the huge laces, there are a smaller set of laces. They also have like flower insignias along the sole, kind of like where you would see like an Air Force One Air, or what is it, like AF1? I'm not sure. Then the upper tongues are super tough. And then I even like the overhead of the shoe. It kind of looks like an entirely different shoe. These shoes retail for $13.40, and honestly, that's a fair price after seeing Dior's. What did Dior charge? Dior charges $21.50 for their skate shoe. I just think that it's kind of crazy, the price, in terms of just like wearability. Like, how long do you plan on wearing this skate shoe into the future. You know what I'm saying? It's a very trendy sneaker that I don't see it having enough of its own identity to last like so many fashion life cycles. I do think $13.90 is a fair price. All of their shoes are pretty much in that area. The quality on these I know is going to be immaculate. One of my favorite things about the shoe is the fact that instead of doing like an LV logo on the side, they did the flower. And it's a lot, in my opinion, it's a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? To me, it's a lot more discreet. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, discreet. And I just feel like these you can really style well. One thing I will say that I'm not too crazy about is how narrow. I mean, I know all the toes are typically narrow, right? But the way they kind of like made the toe look narrow, I'm not too much of a fan of. What I will say is, I'm pretty sure that these shoes are probably cut big because Louis Vuitton shoes are cut so big. I really don't understand why like none of them are available. But then again, like, I wonder if people reselling these, because I feel like a lot of people would be like, they're gonna be a pretty big shoe. But my question for you guys is like, one, how do you feel about the price? Like, do you think $13.90, or I'm sorry, $13.40? I've been saying $13.90 for a long time. $13.40 is a fair price. Two, do you feel like too many brands are creating skate shoes? And then last but not least, how would you rate these in comparison to the Dior Skate? What are the Dior skates even called? Skater sneaker, ERL, skater sneaker. Oh, I'm sorry, I just seen a negative comment. People be so mean. What did I do to you? Don't know, don't care. But okay, so Boss Dons, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was one of my short ones. I'm trying to make, you know, a good amount of content, but this was a shorter video. And the goal of this video was just to talk about them. If we cop them, we'll do an unboxing, we'll do it on feet. But in the meantime, let me know what you guys think. The Untouchable, Godspeed.